Hey everyone, MacTpool here. Sorry I'm a little late. I had to do some shopping because I'm going to Egypt. On Sunday, and I'm coming back on October 6th. But sorry I'm late. I'm just gonna react to Keenan's hands-on early game impressions, and yeah, shout out to Keenan though. Shout out to Keenan, great guy. He makes amazing content. Make sure you all subscribe and like on Keenan's video. Yeah. So anyways, let's react to it.
What's going on, everyone? CBK here with a very special video. I can't believe I'm here saying this to you guys, but I was one of the first people to get to play Marvel's Spider-Man 2,
amazing.
and I
That
have
looks really
some
good.
thoughts
Love that.
about the gameplay. We're going to get into all of it in detail in this video, but before I get into that, I just want to shout out PlayStation and Insomniac Games for flying me out to Los Angeles for this global preview event for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, where
Keenan, you're a lucky man. You're really lucky. I'm happy for you. I'm jealous, but I'm happy for you. I really am. Really jealous though. You get to experience everything, see everything, and experience the game. Really jealous, but happy for you, bro.
a bunch of content creators and journalists were able to get their hands on the game for about 2-ish hours, as well as take some really cool photos around these amazing sets where we got to see Craven's Lair and Dr. Connor's lab and just the amazing statues that you saw at Comic-Con. It was just a great time. I got to meet my friend Evan Falarka. It was just a great experience overall. So thank you, PlayStation and Insomniac, for flying me out for that. It was just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a fan like me who's just been a major Marvel Spider-Man fanboy. It was just great. I just also want to shout out all of the Insomniac devs, the people at PlayStation that were representatives, the writers for Insomniac, and especially the community managers for allowing us to have some really great one-on-one conversations about the game and other things as well. You guys were so gracious with your time, and I just cannot say how much I appreciate it. It was really awesome. But you guys are here for my thoughts on the gameplay, so we're going to dive into that right now. To start things off, I want to let you know that we did not play the full game. We got to play a demo, which starts us off a few hours into the story. The gameplay you are watching in this video was provided to me by PlayStation and is not my own gameplay. I do hope you enjoy the gameplay that you're seeing, but not everything that I speak to will be represented in this gameplay. Okay, we started off with a few things unlocked in the skill tree, and we had 2 new gadgets to work with. A few suits were also already unlocked for us in this, including the Spider-Man 3 symbiote suit, and man, does it look good in this game. I'm happy that it's already confirmed that is going to be in the game, so nobody has to worry about it. In this game, I'm happy that it's unlocked for us in this, including the Spider-Man 3 symbiote suit, and man, does it look good in this game. I'm happy that it's already confirmed that is going to be in the game, so nobody has to worry about it. My time with the game allowed me to experience part of the story, as well as getting some time to roam around in New York City to explore and participate in a lot of activities. And that leads me to the first thing that I really want to dive into, and what I feel blew me away the most, and that is the upgrades to New York City. To start with, the playable map is not only twice as big as the first game, but it got a major upgrade in design. I don't think people are prepared for just how much more detail there is in this version of New York.
Bro, look at that. Look at that. Look how the way it's made. The trees, the building, it's very detailed. I know that for a fact. When the game launches, it's gonna look even more better. Like really, really good and really amazing. It's gonna look even better when it launches. Look at this. It's really detailed. They really did a hard work on this. Like they did an amazing work. It's incredible. I love it. It's amazing, and the art of it is really cool.
For just how much more detail there is in this version of New York, I was completely blown away. Insomniac managed to make New York feel so much more alive in this game. I mean, this city is buzzing with energy. The word people like to throw around is density, and does this city have it? This version of New York City is far more dense. There are far more people, there's more traffic, there's more variety in NPCs. There is a lot of changes in this map. Better building textures, improved architecture, and landscapes. The city has never looked so good. I often found myself not sure of what part of Manhattan I was in because so much has changed aesthetically from the first 2 games. The improvements to the city really show off what a Spider-Man game built specifically specifically for the PS5 can really look like. Additionally, the skyboxes are far improved. The lighting feels more dynamic than the 3 options that we had in the first Spider-Man game. Not every sunset lighting will look exactly the same, at least from my experience. The moon also just looks so incredible at night, and the clouds look so much more realistic during the day. I was simply blown away. I spent close to 2 hours with the game, and I felt like I barely scratched the surface on seeing all of the new details in New York City. I truly cannot wait to explore it further. So moving on, let's talk about the thing that you guys are all really dying to hear about, and that is the gameplay. Let's start with the traversal. I know you guys are dying to know about the web swinging, and I'm happy to report that the web swinging is indeed much faster, and this is truly a testament to the power of the PS5 and its ability to render the environments we are traversing through very quickly. I can't say it for a fact, but the web swinging really felt like it was twice as fast as the first game. The B-roll I was provided doesn't truly show off how fast you can really go. I mean, I was flying through Manhattan, which truly put a smile on my face. It's important to know that we were also playing in fidelity mode, but I can't imagine how good the swinging will look in performance mode. That 60 frames per second with the speed of that swinging is just going to look phenomenal and feel great. While swinging, you will also notice a lot of new animations. The animations for Peter stood out in particular because there were a lot of cool looking animations and air tricks for Peter. I personally didn't get this one, but my friend Evan got an air trick where Peter pulls out a Rubik's Cube in midair and solves it.
Shout out to Evan, by the way. Shout out to Evan Falarka. Great guy. Makes amazing content. Shout out to Evan Falarka, bro. He's really cool. Great guy.
It was just one of the coolest things I've ever heard of. And
also, make sure you subscribe to Evan. Make sure you subscribe and like his video as well.
One of the most Peter Parker things you could possibly do. Hearing that really put a smile on my face. When it comes to Miles, I didn't notice so many new swinging animations for him. I didn't have a lot of time with Miles as well, so that may just be on me. I also didn't really notice any new tricks for him, which may come as a disappointment for some people, but I personally animations for him. I didn't have a lot of time with Miles as well, so that may just be on me. I also didn't really notice any new tricks for him, which may come as a disappointment for some people, but I personally didn't have a major issue with it. Again, I also didn't spend a ton of time with Miles. I was just enthralled in the symbiote gameplay and the Peter's new gameplay, so that's on me. We also need to talk about the major addition to traversal in this game, and that is the web wings. I'll be honest with you guys, I have traditionally not been a huge web wings guy, so I'm just going to get that out there right now. I wanted to see them in the game, but I wasn't sure how often I would actually use them, just because I love the feel of web swinging throughout New York City. It's my favorite experience as playing as Spider-Man. But I'm happy to report that the web wings probably became my favorite thing to do in this game once I actually got to use them. I mean, I became pretty addicted to these things, and I don't mean that I only wanted to use them. What I'm saying is that it was so nice to incorporate the web wings in with your other traversal and swinging. It was just so satisfying. I mean, you can seamlessly transition between the two for traversal at really high speeds. Between the web swinging speeds and the web wings, there's really no need for fast travel in this game because you'd really miss out on some good fun. It's not necessary at all with the amount of ground you'll be able to cover with the web swinging speeds and the web wings. It's just insane. Another new traversal mechanic that I managed to discover was the ability to surf. Yeah, you heard me. If you're traveling at a high speed over water and land on the water, you won't just fall into the ocean and stop all of your momentum. You actually carry that momentum through the water. You'll be able to glide with your feet across the water until you lose your speed. Really? From there, you will fall into the water. But you can hop back into a swing after you're surfing, which is just incredible. Really? It was so much fun to do. In the time that I did get to play, I didn't notice any major changes to physics of the web swinging. For example, I didn't see any loop-de-loop options. I didn't get the chance to try to run down a wall to see if there was that. So I can't really speak to any of that because I just didn't get a chance to try it out or see if it was there. I also did not get a chance to use the new slingshot mechanic. I'm not sure if it's because I didn't see any opportunities for it or if it's something that you have to unlock in the skill tree.
Bro, Miles gets him, like, because I noticed that Peter he did the wall kick on the dude on the gameplay trailer. Miles can do it too, which is really awesome. I like that. Like, I like how both Spideys can do it, Peter and Miles. That's really awesome. That's like really good and really impressive. I like that. I really like that a lot from Insomniac.
That just wasn't unlocked for me yet. But now I want to talk about some combat, and boy, is there a ton to talk about. I want to start by saying, holy freaking crap, playing with the symbiote suit is so satisfying. It definitely has its learning curve, though. I feel like I'm a pretty seasoned Marvel Spider-Man gamer, but when I hopped into this, I noticed how much combat has evolved for the better. The game introduces a plethora of new things to do in combat. First off, the gadget wheel that Insomniac has made so famous is now gone. To use your symbiote abilities, you will need to hold the L1 button.
The symbiote's really good. Like, I love this. Like, it's really brutal. It's really brutal, and it does so much damage. I love it.
Plus one of the face buttons, and if you want to use your gadgets, you need to hold the R1 button and use one of the face buttons. For those who don't know what the face buttons are, they are your triangle, circle, X, and
the L1 button in the what again?
Square buttons. What the face buttons are, they are your triangle, circle, X, and square buttons. While it did take me some time to get used to the change, I definitely realized how much.
Oh, like because the L1s and the R1s, and you do triangle, square, circle, and X. Got it.
The change is going to be necessary to make combat much more fluid and speed up the pace. I will be honest, I didn't get much time with the gadgets just because I was so focused on the addicting symbiote abilities, but hands down the best thing to come from the symbiote suit combat is the rage mode. That's right, after you build up a meter, you can press L3 and R3 to activate this rage mode in which you deal far more damage.
Wait, I just noticed something.
Right, after you build up a meter, you can press L3 and R3 to activate this rage mode.
Notice how here his logo is changing, like because the symbiote, as the symbiote is taking over him, as the symbiote is taking over Peter, the logo changes. I don't know, maybe if he's getting mad or the symbiote's like taking more control, because like. It's kind of like a Venom symbol almost, but not exactly, because the symbiote's on Peter. Again, we don't know who's gonna be Venom, but that's a good notice on the detail on the symbiote on Peter's symbiote suit on the logo.
In which you deal far more damage. In this rage mode, you will also see the suit evolve into something a little bit more monstrous. If you played Marvel Spider-Man and Miles Morales, you know that the L3 and R3 buttons are used to activate your suit power. But unless I really missed something here, it looks like suit powers are no more. Don't take that as a fact, but I didn't see it in my time with the game. If they are gone, I'm completely okay. Are no more. Don't to activate your suit power. But unless I really missed something here, it looks like suit powers are no more. Don't take that as a fact, but I didn't see it in my time with the game. If they are gone, I'm completely okay with it because Insomniac has given us so many things to play with in this game, and a suit power probably would just make things way more overpowered than.
I'm also noticing, I think another reason why his logo is changing because I think he's using too much of the symbiote, like Peter's using a lot of powers on that symbiotes and using too much on the power of the symbiote with all these enemies. I think the more power he uses, the more that logo changes. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong, but so far it's really good so far.
They need to be. As for Miles, I'd say that his gameplay feels the most familiar, but don't worry, there are definitely some improvements, especially with the Venom abilities. Like, his new Venom abilities are great. Not quite as addicting as the symbiote abilities, but they're still really good. I'd have to say my two new favorite things added to combat, though, have to be the insane kicking people against the wall. That is so addicting and satisfying. And the parrying. The parrying, oh my god, guys, I did not know we needed this in a Spider-Man game so badly, but it's a very welcome addition to combat. Getting a perfect parry can stun your enemy, giving you a second to get in a few extra hits, which you're gonna need. The last thing I have to talk about with the combat is just the level of difficulty. I definitely think that the level of difficulty is improved. I know that this was my first time playing through the game, but I genuinely had times where I was struggling in combat, which in my opinion was great. Granted, some of that had to do with me getting used to the new mechanics and just combat overall, but I genuinely feel like this game presented more of a challenge. While I was playing, I had to stop and pause just to ask one of the Insomniac people what difficulty we were on, and I found out it was only on Amazing. I know, make fun of me if you want, but I've played through the first game on ultimate difficulty at least 10 times, and I can pretty much breeze through that without dying. I talked to one of the Insomniacs about the difficulty, and they said that if they were going to raise the power of Spider-Man in this game, then they also had to raise the level of difficulty for their adversaries, which I really appreciated. I can't wait to see what the game the Insomniacs about the difficulty, and they said that if they were going to raise the power.
Look at that! Like, I don't know what's that called. I forgot what it's called, but that one with what had like the webs and everything, like a straight line with all the enemies. That's really cool. Like you can web up the enemies multiple like few times and web them up with these with that. I don't know what that thing is called, but that's pretty cool. Because the one I'm talking about is right there, but that's really cool. Really cool. I like that ability. That's a really cool tech.
Of Spider-Man in this game, then they also had to raise the level of difficulty for their adversaries, which I really appreciated. I can't wait to see what the game really feels like on ultimate difficulty. Now let's just talk about some random fun stuff about the game that I noticed, and hands down one of the coolest things from the gameplay is something that I didn't get to experience for myself, but Evan Falarka got to experience, and I must say I'm pretty jealous about it. But when he was swinging around New York City, he spotted a crime. And as he went down to that crime, Miles was already there fighting the goons at that crime location. You could then jump in as Peter and help him out. And once you guys do a dual takedown and finish off everyone, Miles then swings off and says, "Thanks for the help, Spider-Man." I mean, how freaking cool is that? It's exactly what I was hoping to see in this game. The switching between the characters is also pretty awesome. It's a pretty seamless transition and almost instant. And it's just so cool to see what the other Spider-Man was up to in that time where you're switching over to the new one. Like there was a time where you could switch over to Peter and he was just chilling in a web hammock. I just love that. It's such a fun touch. The game also features more destructible environments. I actually took some time to go around punching and kicking random things to see how destructive things are, and I was very pleased. Like, if you're fighting in Queens, you're pretty much destroying an entire neighborhood. This game also just looks incredible. Like, if you had any concerns about the fidelity of this game or the graphics, I'm telling you right now to put those worries to bed. Like, get rid of them. Don't worry. This game looks like it's built.
I like the crawling. The crawling is pretty cool. I like whereas Symbiote Pete is like crawling through whatever this is. It's really cool. I like that. I like the crawling animation.
For the PS5. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's not quite on the level of Horizon Forbidden West, but it's pretty close if you ask me. The facial models also all look phenomenal. Better than ever, really. One particular thing that really stood out to me, though, was the design of Lizard, because I wasn't completely sold on the way Lizard looked. I didn't think...
I like how he does... I like how he didn't show any spoilers on this one. He switched to from this one to the Lizard one. I like how, because he's not going to show the spoilers of how this happened right now. So I like that. Good job, Keaton. You did amazing.
That the quality looked that great and the gameplay that was revealed to us back at the PlayStation Showcase,
lizard,
but
look at this. This creature lizard he's huge. He's got spikes on his back and tail, and like he's just like a huge, massive beast.
Happily say, Lizard actually looks incredible. Like more detailed than I thought he could look. As a side note, we did get to fight him in a boss fight, and it was just badass. I mean, I think that boss fight with Lizard is already better than the boss fights that we got in Spider-Man and in Spider-Man Miles Morales. Truly, I really enjoyed that boss battle. The whole time I faced Lizard, I just had a huge smile on my face. I can't speak enough about this section of the gameplay that we got to enjoy. It was really good. But moving on, the lighting is also another thing
that's pretty cool. The way he just
speak enough about this section of the gameplay that we got to enjoy. It was really good. But moving on,
the way he used that symbiote, the symbiote power on the lizard's mouth, and just like
lighting is also another.
Like brought his head down to the ground brutally. That's pretty cool. I love that.
Thing that I wanted to talk about because it got one of the biggest upgrades, I believe. Overall, the level of detail has just been improved, like top to bottom. The details are just so much more improved in this game. And the best thing is that we got to play an older build, so it's not even fully polished. It's not like it's the finished game. Overall, it's a great looking game for what we got to play.
Literally just like punching the lizard, like punching the hell out of that lizard's face. Like he's so brutal. Like the symbiote's like literally making him even more brutal, because obviously he's a symbiote.
Moving on, the lighting is also another thing that I wanted to talk about because it got one of the biggest upgrades, I believe. Overall, the level of detail has just been improved, like top to bottom. The details are just so much more improved in this game. And the best thing is that we got to play an older build, so it's not even fully polished. It's not like it's the finished game. Overall, it's a great looking game for what we got to play.
The hell of that lizards.
And I can't wait to see what it's going to look like when it's actually out for everyone. And I think it's just going to blow people away. But those are just a couple of random things that I
know he's because he's got a symbiote and everything. But like, dude, he just went went up close to the lizard and just like punched the hell out of him.
Heard of or took note of in my gameplay that I just wanted to speak about. Okay, so now I'm going to transition over into some small story stuff. Don't worry, it's pretty much non-spoiler stuff, and I'm going to be really vague here, but if you want to...
Okay, no. Okay, I'm going to skip this because... Nope.
That quip is just fantastic. Yuri is great. I'm also starting to feel like Miles and Rio are really going to be the heart of this game. Like, I feel like their relationship is going to tug on the heartstrings. And if you watch any of my videos for a while, you probably know that one of my concerns about this game is that there wouldn't be...
Sorry, I had to dodge that spoiler one. I had to dodge that.
Enough time to flesh out the relationship between Harry and Peter. However, I need to say that after just 2 hours of playing, I already love this friendship, and I know it's going to be awesome to see how this story between them unfolds. That's all I'm going to say about that. But overall, when it comes to Peter, there are definitely certain moments where he said some things to people that really made my jaw drop. You can see that Peter has certainly forgotten about his friends and is so focused on whatever goal he has in mind, and he just continues to push people away. It's kind of heartbreaking to see.
Yeah, because Peter has a symbiote, and as soon as the symbiote's taking over him, Peter's starting to change. He's in a dark evil path. He's in a different path because as the symbiote takes over him, he's literally is just focusing on him focusing on getting revenge and stuff, and he's not the Peter that his friends knows. He's like the Bully McGuire, the Bully McGuire Peter, or AKA Bully Lowenthal.
The story is really going to reach new levels of emotion, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. That's all I'm going to really say regarding the story. All right, so you guys listened to me speak pretty highly about this game.
Come on, no.
To experience. Like, there's 60 suits incoming with multiple variations. There are plenty of things to unlock in the skill tree. There's just so much more that I want to experience before I can nitpick really anything without getting all of the information. All I can say is that the things that I played were everything that I want.
I know that people said some people said this building isn't finished. The building is just a bit. The building is old. It's not even finished because I know it's because notice here.
Experience before I can nitpick really anything without getting all of the information. All I can say is that the things that I
getting even damaged, the building's not even damaged or not a single scratch. Because I know, because again, it's still early build from what I heard. So, but when the game launches, it's gonna the details gonna be amazing with all the damages and everything.
Played were everything that I wanted and more. And if you're a fan of the first game, I can guarantee you're going to be very satisfied with your experience in Marvel's Spider-Man 2 just based on those 2 hours of gameplay that I got. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching and listening to my thoughts.
No. Okay, no. I'm just going to stop it right there because I don't want to see what's going to happen on the lizard. I don't want to see what's going to happen. But anyways, that was a good video. That was a really good video. Good shout out to Keenan. Shout out to him. Great video. Make sure you like his video. And subscribe to Keenan. That was a really good video. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed his thoughts and his hands-on experience and everything. I've also heard that they basically Miles' swing is a little different. It's almost the same, almost like the animation is a little bit the same from the previous game, from Miles' game. It's a little different. Sorry, it's like almost the same, but the rest, but the other ones like for like Peter, and Miles, some of them are like almost different. They're almost a bit different. But again, from what I heard, Miles' swing animation is a little bit the same as the other one. But still, the game is pretty good, and I'm really excited for it. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you all go like, comment, subscribe to Keenan, and comment on his videos. And make sure you also subscribe to my channel as well and like my video. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading much, but I'm trying to think of more videos to make. But again, thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll see you all in the next one. Yeah. Anyways, goodbye.